And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw on 2nd down. Shea escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shea looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Seattle.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Shea into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On third down, Shea got a man and he hits him in stride. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This is Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Seahawks, nothing.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. To throw on 3rd down, Shea. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41. Yard line.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over first and 10.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice.
And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
56. Mike, 56 right there.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
Herbert's pass.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Off-play action. Shea sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a second down and 6. From the gun, Shea. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that one will fall incomplete.
Herbert's pass.
Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. The left side completion to Jones.
Herbert.
No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
A gain of 14. First down, Seahawks.
Looking to throw. Shea. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And here's a first down throw that's complete. And he'll go down at the 28.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
At the 30-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
By Jamal Adams.
Throwing again. Herbert. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
For a Cardinal.
On Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Yards on the pickup. It's second and...
Here's Herbert now on second down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Now it's Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Loss of 5.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Throwing on first down. Shea, flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one. Away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. To throw again. Shea dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Tackle made right at midfield. A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Shea's pass intended for Noah Fant. Incomplete. It's fourth down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now left side on the swing pass, and he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they move this All the way down to the 9.
Complete to number 23.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And his kick is good.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The football going back over to Arizona now. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And this completes to Henry over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards.
That's another Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. So offside's the call, and they understandably declined it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
To second and goal on the Seahawks 9-yard line.
From the gun, Herbert. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal.
Third and goal.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Herbert's pass.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
On fourth down, Herbert. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40. The 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go for it on fourth and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
21.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that is incomplete here.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Again, Herbert. And able to find Kirk complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Open man is Kirk complete. And the Cardinals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. They're probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield, either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves? That's going to be key for them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert now to throw. This one caught by Isabella. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime.
A 33-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously a touchdown to win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On 1st and 10, Shea buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Shea flushed out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seattle. In overtime tonight.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one,